It's Entertainment Schmig.
And it's brought to you by Plaza Motors, the luxury car center of the universe. Golden Globes last night. So exciting. And Tina and Amy, well, no one was off limits for them.
Good evening and welcome, you bunch of despicable, spoiled, minimally talented brats.
Of course, referencing Sony's the interview and all of the leaked emails that came after that. They talked a lot about the interview. They also, as Tina said on Friday, talked about Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby has finally spoken out about the allegations against him. Cosby admitted to a reporter, "I put the pills in the people. The people did not want the pills in them." No, Tina, that's not right. It's more like, "I got the pills in the bathroom, but I put them in the people." You're right. It's got to be like, "I put the pills in the hoagie." Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Did you say the hoagie?
In the hoagie. I feel like that would be the Bill Cosby. If I tried to do a Bill Cosby impersonation, that's how bad it would be. But I mean, they're trying to make it bad.
Yeah, he got heckled in Canada over the weekend.
Yeah, he did. The theater was about half full, and there were a bunch of hecklers. He told all the people who showed up, "Thank you for sticking to what you believe in. And just if anyone decides to get up and say something, just let them. It'll only happen for a brief amount of time." But all these women stood up and opened up their jackets, and they had shirts on that said, we believe the women. And there was one guy who yelled at him, too. But, yeah, like hardly anybody
Kind of reminded me of the Ferguson protest at the Sheldon. You know, I mean, they were up, you know, they paid to
get in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you got to hear them out. At the Golden Globes last night, they, of course, after they made fun of Bill Cosby, they made fun of George Clooney, too, which was very funny. And they had Margaret Cho get up and talk as like a North Korean press official. It was all very funny. But there were some sweet moments, too, including newcomer Gina Rodriguez. She won for Best Actress for CW show Jane the Virgin. Broke down on stage, and the end of her speech was really sweet.
Yeah. My father used to tell me to say every morning, "Today's going to be a great day, I can, and I will." Well, Dad, today's a great day, I can, and I did.
Awesome. Yeah, she was so far away from the stage, like a whole song played before she got up there. It's like, you sprinkle. Why did Oprah need to be so close?
Right.
You
have to know who won ahead of time and seed accordingly.
Wouldn't you love to have your kids in the future, if they're, doing a speech, remark about something you taught them, like, my kids would say, get away from me, I'm playing Yahtzee online, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Micheal Keeton had a sweet tribute to his parents. Too long to play here, but he talked about, he introduced himself with his real name, talked about how his dad always worked 2 jobs, and his mom raised 7 kids, and went on and on about them. And then he went on and on about his best friend in the world, talking about all the characteristics. And then it was so sweet, because then he's like, "And my best friend is my son. I love you." It was so sweet. And then at the end, he said something and talked in air quotes. And he's like, "I did the 2 things I didn't want to do. I used air quotes, and I started crying during my speech. I'm a loser." But he was really
speech.
sweet. He won for his movie Birdman. Surprised that Birdman did not win for Best Comedy, Musical, whatever. It went to the Grand Budapest Hotel, Wes Anderson's film, and for drama, went to Boyhood. Boyhood's director also picked up Best Director, but Birdman won for Best Screenplay. So it looks like it's a 3-way race between those films for the Oscars.
By the way, the Wes Anderson joke made me laugh hard out loud. That Wes Anderson
bicycle
made of tuba parts.
That was funny.
Some other big winners. Julianne Moore won for Still Alice. She was nominated for drama and for comedy, but won for her dramatic role. Addie Redmayne won. Amy Adams, as I said, Micheal Keeton. Animated feature How to Train Your Dragon 2. And another funny thing, Glory, the song from Selma, done by Common and John Legend, won for Best Original Song. And John Legend's supermodel wife, Chrissy Teigen, had this emotional face as she was watching it. It wasn't quite crying, but it was this weird face. Well, of course, people took a picture of that and it went viral, and they started posting captions underneath. The moment that you found out that Luke and Leia found out that they were brother and sister, because she's got this weird
A lot of people are also talking about the fact that Pacey and Joey were in the same room last night.
Oh, yeah, Joshua Jackson and Katie Holmes. Maybe, well, no. He's got
To me, there's Katie Holmes' right ear gigantic.
I never noticed.
I'm not even going to listen to you because I don't want you to shatter the glass.
The ear glass?
The big movie that will not win any Golden Globes next year, Taken 3, #1 at the box office this weekend. And a lot of people are talking not only about Chrissy Teigen's picture that popped up on Instagram, but also Beyonce's Instagram picture. She was at the beach. She got buried under the sand, and they gave her a chest, but they also gave her a big baby bump. And she posted that picture, and some people think that that's her way of announcing that baby number 2 is on the way. I think only time will tell, but you can see that picture from Instagram online at y98.com. And Katy Perry with a big announcement. She, of course, is headlining the Super Bowl halftime show, but she announced her first big guest who will be joining her on stage. Not John Mayer. I think he's secretly just dating her again just so he can be part of the halftime show. But Lenny Kravitz will be joining Katy Perry, and I'm sure they will be performing American Woman together.
If you hang on before 7 o'clock this morning, and I will tell you who the first halftime show performer ever was that has a tie to the morning show.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's Entertainment
1970.
Schmig.
Honest to God.
More at 8:40, and you'll be able to see this version, or maybe you're watching it now, online at y98.com. Wait, what? Weird.